We are live, Robbie. Right when we were getting ready to go live, he went a little rogue, so I am going to fill the gap for a second. I think he's back. There he is.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the one and only Rumboyz Fantasy Network. I don't know what happened. StreamYard gave me a weird technical difficulty. But welcome to the one and only Rumboyz Fantasy Network. Make sure that you guys hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and also, most of all, share the damn content. But before we get into tonight's show, really quick, a word from our sponsors.
Hop out in Miami with no land, ain't got no understanding. Out of here, I'm burning, no turn me up, you can't understand. In the club, posted up, they lit up, no matter where I'm standing. Drop GLD for the Cuban link, yeah, you see it there. Might spaz out on some taller shit, no on zero tolerance. Money conversations ain't hard to relate, it's hollering. See my net, they acknowledge it, good friend, girl, when you're not.
Promo code GLDG Rum. You see it on the ticker below. Go ahead, throw your favorite sports team on a chain. You can also go over there and check out our line of Marvelware as well. GLD official sponsors or official partners with the NFL, MLB, Marvel Studios, and much, much more. Get on over there to GLDG. Get on over to GLD. Promo code GLDG Rum. Ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and get over there and get yourself a chain. Also, I want to shout out our sponsors over at All 22. Shout out to All 22, the brand new fantasy football format powered by Pro Football Focus. If you really feel like that you are a football guru, okay, this is your chance to really get some skin on all phases of the game. We're talking drafting a full 53-man roster. That's right, punters, kickers, offensive linemen, wide receivers, quarterbacks, you name it, the whole enchilada, baby. Get on over there to All 22. Promo code Rumboyz, 40% off the subscription price. Check out the features list over there. A lot of great features with that subscription price. Also, I want to shout out to Monkey Knife Fight. What the? Shout out to Monkey Knife Fight. Promo code Rumboyz for 100% match on your very first deposit, all the way up to $100 for all of your daily fantasy player prop needs. Download the Monkey Knife Fight app. In-camp is available on Apple and Android. And then finally, ladies and gentlemen, I would love it if you guys played Champions Round. Check out Champions Round. You got to play our Daily Dozens. Daily Dozens, you got a slate of 12 props. You get 7 of them correct on a $12 entry. Out of that 12, you win $2,400. Who doesn't want $2,400? Get on over there, Champions Round. Download the app. Link is in the description. 12 wins you $2,400. When you get 7 out of 12, right. Get on over there, play it. All right, without further ado, we got to get into the cast and crew. I know what you guys are really here for. Y'all here for that wild fantasy football NFL talk. Representing going for 2, and he is also representing the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. Give it up for Drop the Mic FF.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Let's go. Let's bring on the other 2 fools. Let's do this party.
Let's do this. Representing the Rumboyz Fantasy Network, give it up for the patron saint of fantasy football. Ladies and gentlemen, St. Pat FF.
What's good, everyone? A few years back in 2017, I didn't run a marathon. In 2018, I didn't run one either. In 2019, I didn't run a marathon. In 2020, I didn't run a marathon. I guess you guys can pick up that this is a running joke.
I get where you were going with that. I like it. I like a little corny dad joke to start us off. Ladies and gentlemen, this man is a big deal. You've already seen him here before. He is on to bigger and better things. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to give it up. It's your boy, Herbs.
I too have not run or participated in a marathon, for what it's worth. Just putting that out into existence.
Me neither.
Letting people know.
I
do not run.
I ran a couple 5Ks in my time. That's as far as it'll go. Fellas, how are we feeling tonight?
Not bad.
Another day. Let's do this party.
Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rumboyz and girls, what it do? Dilly dilly. I have two 12-packs. The beer. This is the first one I had. I opened this one like right before the show. Probably going to get pretty shitty tonight. It's called Soccer Says Leafs. Oh, Lord. Yeah. Oh, Lord. It's football. It's football. Hell fucking yeah. Hell yeah. We're about to get right into it. Let me pull up this show sheet like really fast. Because I forgot the first topic. I'm like a little, I'm like, I'm off day. I'm going to get it going. All right. So Thursday night football review. Last night, the Buffalo Bills absolutely laid a shellacking on the New England Patriots. There's really no need for us to break down what happened last night. So we're going to take a different approach to our Thursday night recap. The Buffalo Bills currently have about a 16% chance at making the Super Bowl. They have 4 divisional games left. Last night was their first divisional win. What are you thinking about this whole Buffalo Super Bowl outlook? At the beginning of the season, everyone was, really touting Buffalo, and I feel like now it's kind of died down. Mike.
I don't think it should die down whatsoever. They're still a top team in the AFC. They're still number 1 in their division. They're top 2 seed in the playoffs right now. I think they might, if they falter, if Dolphins keep going, which we'll talk about later. If the Dolphins keep going and they end up up top and they're in the 2 and Buffalo's in the 3, or the 5 because of the divisions having to be the 3 and 4, I still think they have a chance. Even if Von Miller's dinged up, Tre'Davious White's coming back, which I think is back, but he's coming back slowly because they haven't won a pitch count. I think this team is in the hunt for the Super Bowl, and anyone that says they're not, is a casual. I mean, they have a chance. I'm not saying they're going
16%, though. I mean, for a franchise that has made it to the dance, but is historically choked. And the way that Miami's looking, you still got to go through. Like I said, you still got those 4 divisional games remaining on the schedule here in December. We all know that the December football is drastically different. I like your take there, but Pat.
What was the question?
Buffalo, 16% chance of making it into the big dance. Do you think that they have 4 divisional games remaining here in the regular season? Do you think they got what it takes to get through the playoffs?
They make playoffs. It's going to come down to do the Dolphins drop another extra game? They've got 1 more game remaining against the Dolphins to try and make up that game, but they have to win out at this point in order to keep home field advantage for even one round of the playoffs. Otherwise, once you get there, you're looking at potentially playing a game on the road against Miami. You're looking at playing a game on the road at KC. I don't think you run that table with that team banged up as it is right now. The defense doesn't look strong enough to run the table.
Okay. I'm a huge Buffalo defense fan. Okay. But all right, Herbs.
I mean, I think my biggest concern that I have about them is more about, is Josh Allen's elbow fine? Because they've had to rework a lot of the play calling and a lot of their approach on offense ever since, he's been dealing with that damage to the UCL ligament in his elbow. And for those out there, because I will just say, I know a lot of people, maybe, not focusing a ton on, being baseball fans or whatever, but when Josh Allen was first diagnosed with the injury, they were like, what does it mean? I'm like, it's the Tommy John ligament, everybody. Come on. What are we talking about? We know what, so I mean, it's encouraging that it's not damaged enough to the point where he immediately had to have surgery. But as we've seen as of late, especially when they get into the red zone, there is more of an emphasis on the run game. They are taking it out of Allen's hands a little bit more often. And that's something that they still have to figure out. Now, we saw James Cook have a really good game, last night and a few times, at points in this season for sure. But the biggest thing that they're going to have to do is figure out how to successfully balance everything and then also really narrow down the scope of the rushing attack because of the defense that is a little bit banged up and not having somebody like Von Miller super healthy. One of the best things you can do is just run out the damn clock and make sure that, you know, the less time that exists for the other team to do stuff, the better. And a great way to do that is to have a extremely successful rushing attack, which is something that they don't really have. So, you know, I always pull this up because Football Outsiders, great website, doing their thing. They are 17th in rush DVOA on offense. You know what I mean? Like it's not horrible.
To your point,
but for a playoff team, you gotta.
Yeah. But to your point, Herms, about last night's game using the running game more, James Cook was at mid-30s in snap share, which was like extremely high for him this year. Hines was in the low 30s, and then Singletary was in the mid-40s. So they're using all three, and they used all three finally. Even though Hines had 30% snap share, he only had 3 touches. They're still giving. I think they're working it in where they're going to start run, like you said. They're just going to spread it out a little more on the running game. And last night happened to be Cook. So
if they can stick with that, I think they're fine.
I'm gonna be honest. Like I said, you know, to begin the topic, I feel like the Buffalo hype has died down. I feel like for good reason. I feel like this team could once you get into that playoff gauntlet, they'll be in the playoffs for sure. But once you get into that playoff gauntlet, it's a win or go home scenario. It's a one and done type of scenario, and I could see them possibly getting one and done. I could see it very, very, very well, and I don't think that. I think maybe they get 2 out of the 4 remaining divisional games that they have. To say that they just completely they take all 4. You're already 0-2. You're already sitting back on your back right now. It's tough. I think we're going to be seeing Josh Allen with a sour milk face again on those sidelines, looking like you know, somebody pissed in his fucking Cheerios.
I think they'll finish either 3-3 or 4-2 in the division.
Okay,
I can see it.
They can they'll either sweep, and the reason I say they'll either sweep, I think they can beat the Jets. I know they lost to them, but I think they can beat the Jets. Miami's a great team. Don't get me wrong, but what I'm saying is a lot of division times you split. A split is a split. They'd be happy with a split, and they already lost on the road. Now they get to play at home in Buffalo. And personally, I think that they're going to beat the Patriots again. And I mean, for God's sakes, I was going to bring it up in mind, but I know we wanted a little bit different, not just talking about the game. When Mac Jones yells at freaking Patricia and says, "Let's throw the ball. We need a spark. Our running game sucks." And this is coming from Mac and Cheese. Sucks. And this is coming from Mac and Cheese. Patricia, get your head out of your ass.
Bro, Matt Patricia uses a fucking crown to draw up plays, dude. Like straight up. Like I'm completely convinced. Like I'm completely convinced that shit is drawn in fucking like
and the guy that's helping him call his plays is Joe freaking Judge.
Bro, it's all bad for New England. They need to just blow it all up. Belichick needs to just retire because he's old as shit. Let his mullet-wearing son fucking just take over and figure things out from there.
I'd rather have Jason Garrett as my OC.
Watching their plays is like watching. Remember, like partway through the movie Miracle with Coach Herb Brooks, and he's like drawing on the window, and they're all like, "Do you understand anything he just said?" Okay, now go do it.
Okay, go
like
do
drawing
it.
scribbles back and forth, and it's like, "Do this, this, and this," and it's just like that makes no sense at all.
No, but like exactly, it's very much
Herb Brooks.
It's very much fucking chaos there for them. But no, I think that I could honestly see Buffalo though, like getting bounced very early. And I see Buffalo fans being very disappointed. and then getting ready to they're going to be calling for someone's head. Like I don't know who, I don't know how it's going to work, what's going to play out. I don't know what needs to happen for this franchise in order to be able to get one Lombardi. I don't think it's this year.
I think the 16% is very reasonable to get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And I think 4 weeks
Mac
ago
Jones was
before the
tough,
Chiefs
man.
game, we would have been having a completely different conversation about it. But I think 16% is very reasonable.
Also, by the way, if Mac Jones really misses Josh McDaniels that bad, then I have really good news for Mac Jones about Josh McDaniels.
Yeah, he might not be in Vegas next year. But here's the problem. Did you see the thing was a couple of weeks ago? They're saying that they might have to keep him because they're cash poor and they can't afford.
Yeah.
They can't. They have the they have the assets, but they don't have the cash to buy him out and get another decent coach.
It's pretty bad how that whole franchise has been run into the ground the way that it has.
They're screwed. They're screwed. I mean, that you're talking about one of the only franchises to fucking play on a baseball field, dude. Like they've always been just dead poor. Not gonna go too far in there. Mac Jones' PFF grade is 33rd among qualified NFL quarterbacks.
Worth noting, there are 32 teams. Everyone, so,
exactly.
Not a good sign.
No, not good at all. Especially with the amount of turnover at quarterback that many of the teams have had to deal with. Woof. Yeah. Like that means you got surpassed by bench guys, by second stringers, third stringers. Getting into the next topic here. The NFC Beast, okay, went from being last year known as the NFC Least to now this year, absolutely, undoubtedly the NFC Beast, okay?
Not just last year.
Hey, leave it alone, okay? What's good, Rel? If the playoffs were to end today at this given moment, all 4 NFC East teams would be in. It would be in the playoffs. Given the nature of the playoffs and the anything can happen possibilities, let's say that all 4 will make it in. Who do you think makes it the furthest? Who has the best chance to go the farthest out of these 4 teams in the NFC East? Washington having 2 games up against the Giants, and they still got to face the rest of the division. NFL schedule makers really botched this one. Herbs, your thoughts?
Well, I will first start by saying I don't think the schedule makers botched this because I love the end of the season with all of those really a lot of teams end up playing division games towards the end of the year, but there's something especially thrilling about watching the NFC East games at the end of the year. I happen to enjoy it. I think it's a really fun time, but I guess I can understand from the perspective of stress why it's very irritating for fans of the division, but I'm not. The Eagles are the obvious answer for a lot of reasons that I don't really need to mention. So I'm going to bypass and let somebody else talk about the Eagles and talk about a team that I think maybe weirdly has the second best chance. And I know from living in the area of the country that I do that me saying this is an outrageously foolish and stupid thing to do. But God damn it, they fool me constantly. I don't know what it is. But the Commanders seem to figure something out with
Washington has some shit,
it works. They don't have to overthink the offense with having a guy that simply comes in, manages it the best he can, turns around and hands it to running backs. And as the defense has continued to get healthier, you can't run on them at all.
No. No.
Now, the secondary does give up several touchdowns through the air, so that is a bit of an issue. And, they are beatable in that way, but, it does really throw you off your rhythm when you can't establish much of a run game against a team. It just does. It absolutely does.
Got everybody wearing big hats and shit.
Exactly.
I love it. I love it.
So it's oversized hats, number 1 key to victory, as everybody knows. And they have those in spades. So.
Brad. Yo, you know that we're here every single Friday night, bro. From letting down under. Big shout out to Brad. We love you, man. Hope you get better. Hope you feel better. The vid fucking sucks.
Rest up. Eat some soup.
Yo, pho is the shit. Or like honestly, like bro, like just making some like quick ramen. Like you can like make your own soup, like so like ramen. You so throw some kimchi up in it, like drop an egg up in it. Like you could do some shit. Just saying, Chef Boy Rob BD. That didn't make sense because there's no D in my fucking name. Pat.
What's up?
Your take.
Right,
Who
so
makes
my
it the
take.
furthest and why?
Right.
And
I mean, at this point, you have someone has to go with the favorites, the Eagles here. You're looking at a team that,
it's the playoffs. Playoffs.
and in the playoffs, if all 4 teams make it and the Eagles are the 1 seed, we could be looking at week 2 of the playoffs and there's 1 team left. Now, I'm gonna give you a quick little record: 26-7. That's NFC East divisional teams against non-divisional teams. That's a 78.7% win percentage when they're not playing a divisional game. That's pretty impressive. I haven't seen that from a division in the NFL
in a while.
I would have to
Ever.
look back, but it's unheard of.
If yeah.
So what does that mean going forward? It means they get to beat the shit out of each other down the stretch. And the rest of the country complains when you get Giants Cowboys on primetime games, or you get Commanders versus Eagles on primetime, because they're like, oh, it's just the NFC least, whatever. But these games are going to get good. They're going to be fun to watch for any NFL fan. It's going to be good. It's going to be a ride. NFC East, let's ride.
Let's ride.
Let's ride. I love it. You're gonna be I'm like, ooh. Mike.
All right, so I'm gonna go a little bit different. I'm not gonna answer the question completely here. I'm going my own direction here. Because both the boys below me said great things. Here we go. You know the Cowboys are probably going to end up cowboying it and blowing the pooch at some point. Is it going to be in the playoffs? Yes. I think the Commanders are on their way, but I don't think they're there yet.
Remember what we're thinking about? We all did a Brady.
Hold on. They're not there yet. I'm talking overall deep run. Eagles have what it takes. They brought in Robert Quinn. They brought in a couple other guys on defense. They got Darius Slay. Hurts is finally showing up and showing what people hoped he was going to be and what the Eagles wanted him to be. But there's one team I haven't mentioned yet, because I'm telling you right now, the New York Giants don't make the playoffs.
Okay, so please go into detail.
They don't make it, and it's 2 teams out of the NFC West who are the other ones, and it's the Niners and the Seahawks.
I mean, like, the injuries that they've sustained to the wide receiver room make it very hard for them to be able to keep up. I mean, like,
and
losing.
If they did make it, they're the team that's the lowest out.
Exactly. Like, in a world with better health, I mean, they were really starting to show something. But I mean, even for this weekend, we're not sure if Darius Slayton's going to play. And he's been their wide receiver 1 over the last several weeks, which, like, no offense to Darius Slayton, like, he's a perfectly talented wide receiver. But if you've gotten to a point in the schedule where the dire circumstances have led you to, like,
Richie James probably being your WR1.
Yeah, dude, like, God, like, it sucks for their fans, but, like, it just fell apart for things out of their control.
Yep.
Okay. Look, all I gotta say is he's him. He's him.
On the topic.
He's him. He's him. My man is literally about to stunt on these hoes. Okay? Like, listen. Heineke, it is something special about Heineke. Like, if we almost, did I remind you what we almost did to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
Okay, that was a.
Hold on. I got something to say, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Since we have all said shit about the NFC Beast, this guy needs to back us. Let's go, buddy. Taco!
What's good, bitches?
I will fight you right here, right now.
We're talking
What?
about
We're already talking about the NFC East. We're talking about the NFC East. What's good, Taco? Say
Listen.
something right now. I dare you. I want you to.
Listen, man.
Oh,
like
just seeing you this weekend. I can't look at your face right now.
like I told Robbie, the Commanders, they might be more talented, but they don't got better coaching. They don't got
You're my
better
mortal enemy this weekend.
And guess what? That offensive line is going to be healthy this week. Aziz is going to be back probably.
wide
We're
receivers.
going to be ready. We're going to be ready. We got Richie James, bro.
Ooh.
Richie fucking James.
Exactly my point.
All right,
He's
Robbie.
super freak.
That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm gonna toot my own horn for a second.
Yes.
Week 2, I shouted out on Twitter. I said Giants have a path to 8-2 by Thanksgiving.
You did say that. Yes.
They ended up going 7-3, just barely missing it.
Just barely missed it.
Just barely missed it. Everyone clowned me for it. People in group chats clowned me for it.
I'll tell you this.
They got something. They got something going there.
They do.
They know how to win games.
They
How
do.
far y'all go? Y'all go if you get in the playoffs? I don't think you do.
How far we go? Who's our first round matchup? the fuck, it's a matchup based fucking scenario.
Niners.
No, bro, stand on it. I want you to stand on it.
Listen,
How far? It doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter. Listen. When you have a quarterback like we got, it don't matter who we about to face, baby.
Listen, man. Just because you good at talking out your ass does not mean that I'm willing to do the same. Like,
bro,
y'all are on a hot streak.
I
Y'all started.
oh yeah.
cold.
Oh, we're hot.
What if it's the Niners? What if it's the Niners, Taco?
What happened?
What if it's the Niners?
The 49ers?
They're the only Niners in the league.
It makes a good point.
That's hit or miss. That's hit. We could win that game. We could.
Yeah, you're gonna lose it. You're gonna lose.
Oh,
You're gonna lose that.
I could tell you this though. The Commanders definitely losing that game.
No.
Oh no.
No. Oh no. Chase Young is back and will be back by that time. Oh yes. Oh, all the way turned up. We are going to Eastern quarterback alive this weekend. Just so you know. You want to know what's on the menu? You want to know what's on the menu? Here, Daniel Jones.
Tyler Heineke.
Robbie,
Tyler
I
Heineke.
need you to defend this.
Bad news, buddy.
Hey, I don't care about this freaking PFF freaking rating. We got many men.
Whoever
Many
came up
men.
with that quote is an intelligent individual who looks at analytics. That person must.
Brian Robinson is out here running through defenders and snatching their souls.
Yeah. Okay. And your point.
Okay.
Okay. And your point is.
Terry McLaurin, Curtis Samuel,
Okay.
De'Ami Brown, Josh Dodson.
I'd rather have De'Ami Brown. De'Ami Brown and Richie James are equal to me.
No.
Yeah.
But no, I'm saying that in the sense of that's their best receiver. So you
No.
guys have a lot better receiving core.
Bro, they have much
Antonio Gibson,
coaching.
Deron Payne, Jonathan Allen, Montez Sweat, Kyle
The
Fuller.
most important position on the team.
Who do you have?
Does Saquon Barkley wear a massively oversized hat? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Like that.
Like, yo. And
Yo.
think about it. Dabo's coach of the year. Coach of the motherfucking year.
Freaking Payne with that meme of Lil Pump with the big ass suit. With the big suit. He's like, this is Brian Robinson. I was like, oh my God.
Is he gonna
Bro.
wear the big hat after the loss? Like, does he wear the big hat after a big loss?
I don't know what you're talking about. What's the loss?
The one
We haven't had one of those in a hot minute, bro.
This weekend.
Pull up Eric's comment.
I'm doing it right now.
Robbie went from
hey, but that supporting cast is sick, and it's clicking. It is clicking right now. Everyone's bought in. Like,
you're really bought in,
Robbie.
That's for sure.
How do you feel about? How do you? I know you really don't.
watch it makes my dick hard.
Yo, Robbie,
Huh?
why you acting like
You hate
Taco
players
right
that get
now?
injured.
Why you acting like
So-
Taco right now, bro?
Wait, who's
How do you
injured?
feel about damaged goods, Chase Young?
Yo, Chase Young is gonna be fine. He is still Chase Young. He is him.
Who's
He's
better
him.
right now, Kayvon Thibodeau or
First
Chase
game
Young?
after an ACL?
Hey, he'll be fine.
Who would
He'll
you
be-
rather have?
it's been a long. It's been a long
Who would you
long
rather
time
have?
that we've
Taco
sat
for
him.
what, for,
Like,
the,
He's been
years or
practicing
for
3
this
weeks
game
and
only?
it's
For this game
finally
only.
coming back. Every
For
week
this
it's-
game only, Kayvon will tear shit up, Taco. For this game, yeah.
Yeah.
Whose pass rush is going to be better in this game?
Oh, us.
The Commanders.
Honestly, probably the
Don't we
Commanders.
give Aziz Ojolari coming back as well? Don't
Ron
sleep-
Payne, Jonathan Allen,
Okay.
Montez Sweat.
Montez Sweat. Yep.
You're gonna double team Chase Young.
Wink Martindale is fucking great with those blitzes. He's gonna get you. He gonna get you.
And then we're just gonna dump it off to Brian Robinson, who's just gonna throw his shoulder right through someone's fucking face.
With his oversized helmet.
Yo.
The debut of the oversized helmet.
And next thing you know, Antonio Gibson is your starting running back.
Brian Robinson.
And that's still fine. And that's still fine.
Right.
Bro,
Because you're doing
we're-
so well without
Put it like this. We're better looking than you. We are smarter than you. We got a bigger bag than you have.
And a worse record.
Hey, hey, the way he skates, whack. His kickflip, whack. The way his moves, whack. Me, I'm tight as fuck. That's Washington right now.
Yeah.
That's Washington right now.
If y'all lose, then this game, then y'all flopped. Is that how you seeing this? If you lose, y'all flopped.
Nah, bro, we good, bro. We good. We good.
So
I don't know what I don't know what this loss that you're talking of. Like, I don't know it.
when y'all lose, I want to hear that same song coming out your mouth, because then we're gonna have that bye week for y'all, and then you're gonna come back and do it again.
Many men.
Yeah. Remember where that came from? From New York. We got 100 guns, 100 clips. We
You got good music. Got a good football team.
Man, listen, we got bullets. Kayvon Thibodeau coming.
The New York Giants have the grit you
oh,
can't see in the spreadsheets.
Yeah, put that comment back up there. I saw grit. That's grit, baby. Grrr.
Oh, dear
Who
God.
are you tonight, Eric? Gosh, like I thought we were friends. Like the fuck.
The truth
Next
will
topic.
set you free, Robbie.
I
The
mean,
truth.
Eric makes good points.
Yeah.
Mostly about the Heineke thing, but Eric makes good points.
Also, if we want to use PFF grades, there was a point about a month ago where the worst team in football, despite being, I think it was like 6-2 or 7-2 at the time, was the New York Giants, the worst graded team in the NFL.
And I believe it.
All the players, every single play, averaged together, the worst team in the
Yo.
league.
And
Y'all
that day, Taco would have said PFF doesn't matter.
No.
Yeah.
So what's the difference of tonight?
Listen, before we came on there, I even told Robbie, the Commanders have more talent. We don't even argue this. As a Giants fan, I can't even argue this. But what we do have is Brian motherfucking Davis.
I'm gonna screenshot it. I'm gonna screenshot that you said that, and I'm gonna tag you in it with Steffi and fucking Snacks, just so that those two Giants fans can now eat you alive.
But don't skip out the part where I said we.
I'm gonna turn your own fan base against you.
Don't forget the part where I said y'all better coaching. You can't make bullshit up and say we have a better team. You have 3 receivers that would be our number 1. The fuck are we talking about here? Your third receiver is probably our number 1.
Oh God, this is great.
The Giants have a better chance of winning, according to my like.
I love it.
Fuck. All right. We're gonna go into the next topic here. This topic kind of fucking makes me want to vomit, but like, I just kind of gotta talk about it because it is a headline. It is a thing. So we're gonna try our best to only keep it to football. But I know we have some passionate people on this panel, so fuck it, anything can happen. Deshaun Watson makes his first start for the Cleveland Browns this weekend.
It's on my fantasy team. That's the only reason why I cheer.
Can this team put together enough wins to even get themselves into the playoffs? Or like, is the Browns just always the Browns? Is the Browns just the Browns? I don't know who goes first. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm gonna let Taco start. I'm gonna let Taco start.
No, you start, Mike. Give me a second here. I just got in the chair. Let me get settled down, please.
Yeah, let him get some beers in his system.
Let me get one quick second then.
That's why you let me go first, you bastard.
I want to pull up one thing real quick. And yes, you were right. That is part of the reason. All right, I am ready. No, they're absolutely not making the playoffs because they're freaking 4-7 and in 13th place in the goddamn AFC. I don't care if it's Watson or freaking Tom Brady coming. I mean, let's be real here. They're already too far in the dog pound.
Johnny Unitas does not turn that around.
They've already dug the hole deep. They can't get out of it. Okay. More importantly, I want to get to the other part of the original question. I think on the show sheet, I'm just going to get straight to it on him, on Deshaun himself with the football. How he's going to get,
Yeah, how's he going to be perceived?
He's going to get his ass booed. Okay. And I bought him in a dynasty league. My dilemma is, do I start in one QB? You know which league this is. This is the one where I had Stafford and blah, blah, all that bullshit. Do I start Deshaun Watson?
I love this.
And I'm looking at one person when I say this, even though it doesn't look like it. Or do I start Mr. Heineke?
Heineke, baby.
Okay. And here's my thing. Okay. Here's the thing. I don't know what to do still. I still don't know what to do. I do think that Houston is going to come out fiery, just with the energy and everything. I think they're going to make it close because that Cleveland Browns defense isn't very good. They're going to give up yards, maybe to Kyle Allen, but probably to Pierce. Yes, Cook's out. I think Nico's going to get a little bit. But do I think that, and the other thing that we got to think of is this. Taco, 2 weeks ago, you were on here talking to me and Robbie, and you decided to trade Brian Robinson for a tight end who's not playing. That's David Njoku. So Deshaun Watson
we told him he was going to get that wrong. We told Taco. One thing about Taco will Taco. Taco will Taco. Like, there's one thing. Like, as much as he'll get the whole Vera shit right, but then he'll do some really dumb shit like in fantasy football.
But check this out. Wait, there's more.
Wait, I gave you a chance to have your take, and you said no. Wait till your turn. Wait till your turn.
I'm Kingdom Come.
Here's the thing. I thought he would need David Njoku to get going with this team because of the safety valve, not knowing everything, just to a brand new team this late. Amari Cooper also, I know he had the game against Miami, down in Miami, where he did good. But if you look at his road splits this year, they're not very good. I know that's with Brissett. I think it's going to take a couple games for him and Watson to get the ball rolling with them.
Amari just runs good routes.
I think Watson will be okay for this team, but this team's year is adios, out the door, and kick to the curb. Go ahead, Pat.
I will second your initial point. It is too far along in the season, and the NFL knew that when they made their decision, that the Browns would be in a tough enough spot that they wouldn't be able to make the playoffs. I think that was premeditated. And it doesn't matter if Deshaun Watson comes back. It doesn't matter if Bobby Boucher comes back at halftime. It doesn't matter if our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ ascends down from the heavens. This team isn't making the playoffs.
I think that might do it.
I don't think it will, because Jesus doesn't play football. No matter what the band Audio Adrenaline says about his.
I don't know. Tim Tebow says different. Okay, I'm done. I could have taken that joke in so many different directions. I'm happy that I just kept it at that level.
Yeah, but that was the calmest that we could have kept.
Yeah.
The most PG, I feel like.
Oh, that was the most PG thing I could have said.
I think we knocked on that door, but I'm wondering if Herm's is going to break it down.
Yeah. That's why
I don't
was
have
waiting.
anything else to say. I think there's going to be some unsportsmanlike conduct penalties on the Texans this week. I think we're going to see that for the first time.
So I'm Antonio Brown about to absolutely tear up the Gulag Football League. A guy who's gonna have a fight. Yo, it's like, what is happening? What universe do we live in? Like, where these people are just like fucking insane and crazy?
The after party of the half after the game is presented by CP3.
Oh my gosh! At Kim K's house. Oh, all right, I'm done. First, give us your treat. I took that way too far.
Anybody who's seen this show before knows what when they clicked on the link. I mean, it's not like whatever. Like, anybody that's concerned about, like, wow, I can't believe they went there. Well, then you should have known.
In the title.
Yeah, it's just like, like, I don't know, like parents of young children turning on professional wrestling and being like, why are they doing this? It's professional wrestling. Anyway, like, yeah, that was always one thing I was like really like weird. Like, my mom was like when like professional wrestling would be on TV, and she was just like yell at my dad and just be like, hey, why'd you put? It's like, who cares? Whatever, it's fine. Anyway, not the point. The football, right? Okay, so that's the thing. Okay, yeah, the Browns, like, I don't care. Like, they're we kind of talked about it a little bit last night, I think, when, I think we had a start-sit question about, oh, wait, no, that was me earlier this afternoon. Fuck, whatever. Okay, different show. But, like, Kareem Hunt came up, and they were just like, oh, but it's such a good matchup or whatever. It's just like, look, like, I don't give a, whatever. Okay, they're fucked. That's fine. And then as far as what I expect from Deshaun Watson, like, I understand why a lot of people picked him up off of, waivers in their leagues, because if you've been streaming the position the entire year, like, you probably never figured it out, because pretty much like the best guys this year anyway are pretty much like all my age and younger. It's the young guys this year. Like, if you went with anybody in their 30s or some shit, then like you fucked up. And it's like, it's a weird year. It's fine. So, like, I get it. Like, last time we saw
really
him on
weird
the
year.
Field, I think he finished 2020 as the QB6. Like, he's a
Last time on his football field, he was getting a fucking massage.
Yeah, but like, he's a tremendously talented athlete, but he, like, crazy, bullshit, him being a terrible dude aside, it's been almost 2 years since he's been on a football field. My expectation, well, I mean, he played in the preseason and looked bad. So it's like, my expectations are outrageously low. Like, it's difficult for anybody, regardless of circumstance, to be like, all right, here we go, check the watch. Oh, it's time to play professional football again. Let's go, like,
in December.
I don't see it
for the Browns.
I don't see it going particularly well in the first game. It may not go particularly well in the second game. Maybe he starts to get his groove back as, the season ends. But, like, I'm not expecting really anything out of him. I'm not expecting anything out of the team for the rest of this year. They made this investment with the future in mind, not this year. They had it with 2023 and beyond in mind. Now, fuck them for doing it. But, like,
right.
That's their. I'm not in charge of Cleveland Browns decision making. So, like, yeah, like, I would caution. Like, my most important thing that people kind of need to take away from it is, like, I get the temptation to go with him if you never figured out your streaming quarterback thing, but, like, be prepared for it to not go well. Like, you can't just like, oh, I got him off waivers, problem solved. Like, no, probably there's no guarantee that fixes the fucking problem. I would rather go with, like, to Mike's question earlier, like, I would rather play Taylor Heineke this week. I would rather play, I know Jimmy Garoppolo, like, he's not widely available like he used to be, but there are still a few leagues where you can still pick that guy up and stream him. He'd be fine. Trevor Lawrence is, you know what I mean? Like, there are just a list of players that are still remotely available that would be better choices than this. That you have way better choices than to root for this guy. So, like, just don't do it.
Don't do it. I like it. Fuck Utah. Taco.
All right. Let's start off with a question first then. Herms, who would you rather have? Mike White or Watson? Just
Mike fucking White. Let's go, baby.
Mike White. Okay. Need I say more? Listen, the The
Oh, yeah.
Browns right now are only 3 games out of the playoffs with 6 games to go. Odds of them making the playoffs less than 50%. But when you look at the schedules and the teams that are ahead of them, the Raiders and the Patriots and the Chargers are all in tough divisions where they're going to be beating up on each other. The Jets
Raiders will play spoiler. Raiders will play spoiler.
Raiders
Chargers will play spoiler.
They will, but they also have matchups versus each other coming up. What does that mean? As these teams start beating up on each other, if the Browns can go out, get hot, go on a winning streak, there is an outside chance. Look at the Browns' schedule. They have a game versus the Texans. Then they face the Bengals. The Bengals are a playoff team right now. They're in the 6th seed. They're 7-4. You're 3 games behind them. You win that game, all of a sudden, shit gets a little hairy, right?
Last time Bengals had this exact record, they made it to the Super Bowl, which was last year. Just saying. So continue.
You're right. The last time they had this record, they made the Super Bowl. But is this year last year? I don't think so. Ain't nobody looking at this Bengals team and saying that's a Super Bowl contender. They shouldn't have even beat the Chiefs last year. They shouldn't have beat the Chiefs. The Chiefs fucked up. The Chiefs, when I went to bed at halftime, had the fucking game in the bag, and they shit.
You dare doubt Big Joe Burr?
Yeah, I doubt
Big
him.
Joe Burr.
Big Joe Mixon
with the little duh. You know what I mean?
Robbie's favorite Joe Mixon.
We don't. I hate Joe Mixon. We don't ever shame the name of Big Joe Shiesty.
Listen,
Taco.
Pat Mahomes is that dude, bro. I don't know what you're seeing. He is the best quarterback in the league. Nobody's stopping him.
I pledge allegiance to the Trap Estates of United Trap World. To Joe Shiesty, we trust for Jamar Chase and all touchdowns.
Please. The
Under
fact
God.
that they beat the Chiefs last year in that game was bullshit. They shouldn't have won. It was lucky.
You're a hater. You're such a hater.
It was a huge
You're
comeback.
a hater. You're a hater.
Comeback. It was a huge
It was a comeback. It was a comeback led by a legend. There are 2 legends in the state of Ohio, Joe Burrow and Harambe.
I've never seen a legend without a title like that, right? What kind of legend is he? He's like the halfway legend. Ain't no such thing as halfway crooks, Robbie. He ain't finished the job. You're giving him so much hype.
I bet you, before Joe Burrow's career is over, he will have a ring.
Oh, wow, a ring. My God. So does fucking Trent Dilfer.
Hey.
You mean the new head coach of what school is it? Trent Dilfer just got hired.
Good
UAB.
for him.
Oh, fuck, I can't remember.
I forgot. It was some college team. But that's not the point. I think that you can look at Joe Burrow. He's a great quarterback, but he's not better than Mahomes. The Chiefs.
Hey, Taco. What? You know those stats of PFF you don't like? Here's the one that you would like.
Listen, he's having a hot month. Not saying no, T. Higgins is great, but does that? Well, what was the schedule like? Who was he facing? Was there corners that there's so many other variables that can go into it. But if they face the Chiefs right now, who do you think Vegas is giving the favorites to?
What does this have to do with the Browns?
Well, they are. It's this Sunday.
My point is that
asshole.
They have a matchup versus the Bengals. That's going to be a big one. The Jets also are in 7th at 7-4.
There we go.
Jets will beat them.
They don't play the Jets, but the Jets have a tough division.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay.
So my point is that some of these teams that are in the playoff spot and that are ahead of them are going to be facing each other and battling each other, which is going to give the Browns an opportunity. Now, if they get hot, like I said, it's less than a 50% chance. You're talking about they have the Bengals and the Ravens as their 2 tough games, and then they have the Texans, which is an easy game. You have the Saints, which you should win. Yeah, Texans is an easy game. Saints, you should win. Commanders, I mean, I could see Watson shitting all over the Commanders all day long, like 400 yards, 4 touchdowns.
Last time you doubted my team on this exact show.
When did I doubt them?
Bro, you've done the whole fucking season.
2 weeks ago, I think.
Yeah, it was literally 2 weeks ago.
Answer me a question. You really think in Deshaun Watson's very, very first game back that Houston is an easy win in Houston?
I'm going to be honest with you. Hell motherfucking yes. It's
How
a
many
revenge
points you
game
want
for
to give?
Watson.
With no Njoku.
How many points you want to give me?
Like I said, this is going to be like everyone said, this is a run game. Kareem Hunt and Chubb should do work. I'm expecting 200 yards and 2 touchdowns from Watson. I'm on the record for saying that. I'm not expecting the biggest game from him, but I am expecting him to come out. When you look at him, you're like, that's Watson. And as it goes on, he's going to be better. And by the time he gets to January 1
Mike.
game with the Commanders, he's going to whoop some ass and make sure the Commanders don't make the playoffs.
Have you noticed that since Taco got his last UFC take correct, the Olvera Adesanya, have you noticed that this man has now he's now said more off the wall shit since then?
Whoa, what about my Zay Jones?
Okay, the Zay Jones one did hit. All right,
You were saying Zay Jones before that.
Listen, you have the Steelers, the Commanders, the Saints, the Ravens, and the Bengals and the Texans, right? That's your 6 teams you're facing.
They're not
You have
beating the
other
Steelers.
teams beating up on each other. Less than 50% shot, but they have a shot. They got to get hot.
They have to pass 7 other teams to get into that last wild
You're
card.
right, but some of those teams are going to be playing each other.
And it's the NFL. Yeah, you play people.
Right. So that
One team plays another team every Sunday.
But the teams that are ahead of them is what I'm saying. It's easier to climb if those teams are playing each other because now you're getting direct losses from the team.
Look,
You're not getting direct losses because you have to
Wait, hold on.
6 other
He's
teams.
proving
You have to pass 6 other teams.
No,
if
in
you're
him
facing
trying.
one team, you have to catch one team, and their loss matters because you then make up that ground. But
But
if
this
there's
is what's
There's
funny.
2 playoff spots that are on the bubble.
What's funny is him making this point about the teams above them losing and blah 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 is the exact reason I was saying, and you were disagreeing that the Giants are going to be out of the playoffs. You can't have them. Your cake
When
and
did
eat
I
it too.
disagree about the Giants being out the playoffs? When did I? There's an outside shot. We have a tough schedule, and we haven't been playing good. I need Daniel Jones to step up and show out, but we have no fucking wide receivers.
And now he begins to take as the playoffs approach. Now he begins to take the Giants bailout. Wow, this guy. Look, here's how I'll wrap this topic. Okay.
Rose wants to say something.
I'm good.
Okay.
No,
I thought you
please.
had that look in your eye.
Yeah.
Look. No,
Yeah.
Look, here's what I would say. The Browns is the Browns, no matter what. No matter what. So why anyone is getting excited in the first place? Like, what are you doing? Like you already know how this story ends. This book has been written over and over and over and over again. Browns is the Browns. If there's any upset, like I would love for Houston to just completely upset Cleveland this week. Like nothing would make me happier. You know, actually, I'm probably gonna put money on it.
You're a hater, though.
I am. No, I am. Hey, yes, I am. Bro, you ain't know I was the extra in that Chappelle skit, bro.
I was exactly
the hater. Yeah.
I know,
bro. Look. Watson ain't shit. Taco, your fantasy football team that you have Watson on ain't shit.
Baby.
All right.
We in first place, baby. We in first place.
Look, I'm not buying into the hype.
How much have you drank tonight?
Not enough.
First one. I'm more sober.
Look.
Lord.
Yes, that is Draft Shark. Oh shit, Herminator, the Terminator. Damn it! Why was that so hard for me to read that? Like my brain, like
because you're on that Commander's Kool-Aid. That shit fucks with your brain.
An extra syllable.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I was like.
Yeah, because he didn't say Herminator. He said Herminator.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's what fucked me up. I was like, oh god. Look, for real, the Browns is the Browns. They'll always be the Browns.
This week.
You know, Jamie, who's been here before, and been in the chat, and Gabby, who's been on the show. All my Cleveland,
agree with us.
Yeah, she would. All my Cleveland Browns fans, friends. I'm sorry that your organization is putting you through this. I'm sorry that they are feeding you a spoonful of bullshit. Just like Herm said, this is a quarterback that's 2 years removed from the game. And defenses are not going to like him for what he did.
So expect him to get his fucking head taken off. And that's all I gotta say. I call Daddy Herms because he makes. I'm not saying that.
You almost did, though. You almost did.
Let's get into halftime. We have 2 commercials for you guys. So quick words from our sponsors. We'll have a music video in between the commercials. Make sure that you guys hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and make sure that you share the content on all of your social media. Cheers to me. Cheers to you, all the Rumboyz and girls. What it do? We're going to be back. I've already had a few. Dilly dilly.
Hop out in Miami when no land, ain't got no understanding. Out of here, I'm burning, or turn me up, you can't understand it. In the club, posted up, they lit up, no matter where I'm standing. Drop GLD for the Cuban link, yeah, you see it there. Might spaz out on some taller shit, no one zero tolerance. Money conversations ain't hard to relate, it's hollering. See my net, they acknowledge it, good bring away your knowledge.
I ain't waiting a second, I'm going in now. No freestyling, no this and pin pal shit. See, I don't make moves to get rich off and quick. And I only fuck with bitches who be slobbing on her. I can get nasty, but I'm usually where the cash be. Rolling weed, sitting back, blowing shit to Cassie. I ain't doing it for the rich way, so I brought Rich Ray. When I come around like Dom, that look this way. Right into my own shit, I swear I be doing the most shit. Give you hits like Tyson and giving you vibes like Bryson. Certain things in life be so expensive, but I buy them. Certain things in life be so enticing, but I can't try them. You looking for what you looking for, yeah, I'm the item. I'll hold you down forever, you my nigga, yeah, item. I'm coming for what you say you hold, I'm all about it. Linked up, turn a beat up, now we clouded. Feet up on heat up, red Jordan 1s. Niggas needing shows, I'm clapping shit, man, I'm the chosen one. Neck wrist on freezer like magnet. On my Taka and Chris Brown, I can handle it.
Let me handle it, smoking like the candle lit. Any beat I study, break it down and then dismantle it. Competition challenge it, I'm dealing with some damages. Juggle lots of life, but now I'm learning how to manage it. I've been to the bottom of bottoms, I never been to the top. I pop some bottles with models, I see my friends getting shot. I sip and drown in my sorrows, I smoke a weed by the lot. I stand and post on the corner, you'll never look. I ball like a piston, you'll never play my position. You catching what I'm pitching, I'm switching, no contradiction. I'm fishing for opposition, no vision and optimism. I wish I was kinda different, but I know my mind is different. I see them bitches smiling, long as she happy. I'm on the beat violin with my nigga T Savvy. We go back in the day and bring the heat. Cali, you ain't got nothing to say. The nigga be silent. Hey buddy, don't say shit. Everybody cap, changing faces like a facelift. They think they all that. Trust me, bitch, you just basic. In 20 years, you'll be looking back, wishing to erase it.
And I'm too savvy, I'ma get it to the end of my days. And I'll be only blowing smoke if it's that Jenny A. You say you always keep a 9, but niggas, I always keep an 8. Niggas straight in my face with that cap, it's okay. Niggas stay with a fresh cut, need it, no way. I can't take these niggas serious like all the brothers wins. I just be adding up experience while I'm changing up my wins. And I got my own condo, so I just change it how it's laid.
And me, I'm never changing lanes. I got a better way to demonstrate and elevate the game. I keep a level-headed saying I told the devil pave the way. If ever I see there's a day, I'll disappear like David Blaine. I never had it from magic, I had to grab it from tragic. Sometimes I wish like Aladdin could throw the pits with the dragons. Imagine living and lavish, I wanna get it, I have it. I remember shit in the trash cans, in the trenches in Afghan. But I made it back to the States, made it back to being black, and now they laugh in my face. With all that's happened, it's so hard to say this place is so great. So on the track, I found my faith and put my faith in the tape. Yeah.
Savvy, Richard Ray, and that's it. Oh yeah, Young Savvy lifestyle. Peace.
Let me tell you.
Hey!
Let me tell you a little story. Once upon a time, there was a monkey knife fight.
And one day, they met one team partners in the NFLPA.
It's a match made in the pits of a monkey knife fight.
And everyone lived happily ever after.
Are you listening? This is big.
What is a monkey knife fight?
You know, it's thing monkeys, knives, you get it. Fantasy sports is monkey knife fight. And monkey knife fight is fantasy sports.
Monkey Knife Fight is daily fantasy.
Monkey Knife Fight in the house.
I am Monkey Knife Fight.
You are Monkey Knife Fight.
We are all Monkey Knife Fight.
Monkey knife fight.
You have the NFLPA behind the company.
It's exciting for me to be a part of fantasy sports.
When I think of fantasy sports, I think of beating all my buddies year in and year out and being able to brag about it.
We're not just partners in it.
We're owners.
And it feels awesome to be an owner.
I challenge you to a monkey knife fight.
We've been saving you a seat at the table, Monkey Knife Fight.
Welcome to the One Team and NFLPA family.
Monkey knife fight. Welcome to the family, Monkey Knife Fight.
Welcome to the game, Monkey Knife Fight.
Monkey Knife Fight!
I challenge you to a monkey knife fight.
Monkey knife fight! Monkey knife fight, monkey knife fight, monkey knife fight, monkey knife.
Monkey knife fight, 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 monkey knife fight. I don't even think you count the 6. I don't even think you keep track. I think you just go until you like run out of breath.
Yes. No, I don't. I only go until I run out of breath.
Oh my gosh. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back here on the second half of the show. Really quick before we get into the remainder of the topics here, I just want to say like we have probably like some of the coolest sponsors out there. You guys gotta check out those links in the description. You know, feel free, click around. We have a little something for everybody. There's a little something that all of our sponsors, you know, with all the different sponsors we work with, that's out there for everybody. You know, we got the all 22 thing popping. We got Monkey Knife Fight for your daily fantasy props. We got daily pulls popping off over on Champions Round. We getting iced out with GLD. So, you know, big shout out to all of our sponsors, and thank you for rocking with us. We appreciate you fucking with us. You know, cheers to me, cheers to you, Dilly. It's the whole Rumboyz crew. What it do? Let's go. So if you guys kind of haven't already like picked up the theme of tonight's show, we've really been talking a lot about playoffs and playoff pictures, and Super Bowl outcomes, potential Super Bowl outcomes. For the better part of this show, obviously mixed in with our own comedic flavor, we've given you guys stats and analytics. Now's the chance where we don't have to get as into that, and we get to have a little bit more fun with this one. It's almost close to Super Bowl time. All right, it's just about there. The greatest holiday, next to probably Christmas, which is about to come up. Okay,
Arbor Day,
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you know, pretty fucking fire. Yeah, like all right, I get. Okay. 4th of July, we get to blow shit up. Nothing more. Can't scream America without that. No, but for real. So Super Bowl right around the corner, and as things begin to shape up and ship out, I want to know you guys and even you guys in the chat as well. What are your dream Super Bowl matchups? Just given the playoff picture right now at this given moment. So nobody outside of today. Okay, so if they're outside of the picture today, you can't bring them up. I'm sorry, they don't count. So with the teams remaining, what are our thoughts? And I think you start. Wait.
All right, I'm going to tick some people off here because I'm taking this as in not because of just football, but just for whatever reasons. You already know the one team I'm going to say in the AFC because we're talking dream matchup. It's got to be the Chiefs, hands down. Nobody, not the Bills. I will say this though. If it wasn't the Chiefs and the Bills were in there, I would root for them no matter who they played in the NFC, no matter who. But dream matchup because of shit talking and who I know I'm going to watch the game with and all that shit. I hope the Cowboys don't cowboy it but they will. So what I want to see again is I want to see the Chiefs against the 49ers so I can shut these California people up and prove that it wasn't a fluke.
Okay. Really quick, George says, Robbie, I have a few people trying to sway me from Jamal Williams. Some say Pierce against the soft Browns run defense. Some say Evans for the Monday night matchup. In purgatory right now. Evans is in the doghouse. God. There's the answer right there. That's the answer. Don't listen to them. You're playing Jamal Williams. All right, bro. He gets his.
I love when he does that.
Yeah.
I love when he
No, like fuck that. Herms, to the Super Bowl tape. What is your dream matchup? Like, what do you think that'll get like the most viewings, and like what is it that you want to see in your household?
All right, real quick before I give that answer, instead of giving just the meme answer of no with a picture because it's fun, Jamal Williams, it's probably the quietest top 12 season I could possibly remember. Like the 14, I think it's 14.8, 14.9 points or whatever the hell it is that he's averaging per game. Like it's not like eye-popping, but like he's never had less than double-digit carries. His work inside the red zone, he leads the NFL in red zone carries. Like, we look for scoring opportunity and volume in fantasy. That man has both. So, like, I just, like, bro, and I get it, but, like, just go with Jamal Williams. You don't have to overthink it. Like, I get why overthinking it makes sense because, like, he sounds so boring and kind of is so boring, but, like, boring good is still good, But as far as what I really want to see, like, look, I think the Eagles would be really fun to see make it pretty far, mostly just because, hey, look, their fans are very amusing. All right,
yo, the TikToks that we're gonna get.
Yeah, so it's like I just want to see Philly fans get super hyped because that's always a good time. And then I just as a fan of not the team or anything, I don't really care about the Dolphins, but Mike McDaniel is that boy. And he's just like the goofiest, weirdest motherfucker. And I love him so much.
I told him to stop, but he didn't listen. That was the funniest shit.
He is a living human meme, and I want him to make it super far because he just cracks me the fuck up. Like, and also, shout out Troy. Anything that could make him happy. That would be also.
Yeah.
But think about it though. Think about those things even aside, just the two of them up against each other though, dude. Bro, Dolphins Eagles just in terms of just a game. Meme head coach and Philly fans being hype aside, that's a fucking
the internet's
game.
going to fucking go on fire.
So I'll say something about that after Taco.
Really quick, George. Lions against the Jags. Lawrence is starting to look like what we thought he could be. So that's just kind of what worries me there. But Aiden, but you're right. I mean, Aiden Hutchinson is just he's completely turned that Lions defense around. But I don't. Right now, I think you got Pittsburgh inserted there. Pittsburgh creates turnovers. There's potential there. Let's see here. Lee says I like Vikings Bills rematch. I like the sound of that one too.
That would be
that would be very, very, very fun.
The Bills team.
49ers Dolphins would low key be a fun Super Bowl. That really would. Lakers are back. Yes, we are, Justin. I told you we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it together. Eric, you're a hater. Chiefs Dolphins for the AFC Championship. Okay, when healthy, they're top team. Taco, your dream Super Bowl matchup.
All right, so I mean it's a dream, so I would have to say the Jets versus the Giants. New York would be on fucking fire, bro.
We outside! Yo, that'd be insane.
With Mike White or Zach Wilson?
It has to be
Mike White. It has to be Mike White.
Yeah. Wilson is done. And Daniel Jones is going to turn into Danny Dimes if we fucking make it there. So it would be a fucking pretty amazing time in New York because you're guaranteed to have one Super Bowl. It's gonna be which side, and it's gonna be all out war for fucking 2 weeks. Like that would be the fucking thing.
Really quick, how did Pang fuck up his own name? Your buddy's song is gonna be at the Finns game, by the way, and then change it Pang. How do you do that? It's your name.
Oh, that's a hell of a thing.
He's in Frisco and the game's in San Fran.
Honestly, dude, sometimes when I try and tag myself on Twitter from my podcast account, I'll type germs instead of herms, so I get it. Like, it happens. You know, like sometimes like
Look, Eric, because I have to be so analytical with football and like do my best to not be biased. I'm gonna be biased on this topic. I have to be delusional about my basketball team, okay? So let me live.
Okay, I was going to go the other way. I'm a Lakers fan too, and I'm not delusional. They suck.
They shouldn't suck though.
No,
they
we shouldn't.
suck.
They're a trade away because AD's fucking.
Pang, you're so weird. Dream Packers Chiefs, the Super Bowl that should have been.
the Packers are not making the playoffs though.
No.
Look.
Kind of makes that a little difficult.
Well, even when there was potential for it, I'm out on Aaron Rodgers. Like I'm like, and George, I know that you're a Packers fan. I'm like, and I know that there's rumors swirling that he could become the Commanders' next QB potentially next year. I'm not. I don't. I just can't. I can't.
If he plays next year, he's an Indianapolis Colt.
I've had enough. I've had enough of all the drama.
He could hang out with Pat McAfee way more often.
Exactly right. Okay, so Taco, you went New York back to back. All right, I like that. Both New York teams. For me, oh man. For the AFC, it's really between two teams. And it sucks because I have friends that are fans of both of the teams. I'll go ahead and I'll say the first one first. And paying it would be your Miami Dolphins. And in this scenario, I do think that like you guys would win. Just because like Tyreek Hill would boat race. If Miami somehow makes it into the dance, I think that whoever they are playing against, they are going to fucking boat race just because of how much speed is on that offense. Whether however you match up, you could put, Miami versus Philly, whatever. I don't care. Like whatever NFC team you put up against them, it is what it is. Like, I just think that Miami, if they're in, they're going to win. And I would put them obviously, of course, against, my dream NFC team to make it would be the Commanders. Like, you just got to enjoy that narrative of like Heineke coming in, turning it around, Robert Rivera getting one after the really fucked up year that he's had. Dan Schneider on his way out, so like that buzz going around. We're potentially looking at new property to move the team to Woodbridge. Chase Young returning, Brian Robinson, many men, just so many different narratives. I would love for McLaurin to get a ring, obviously. So yeah, just everything surrounding Washington. That would be my NFC team in both these scenarios. My second AFC team, though, that would be a really, really dope one. Mike, your Chiefs against my Commanders, and I think that would be a great battle. And I think that could go blow for blow, just because I think personnel groupings are fairly balanced. But in the end, I could see you guys pulling it off at like a 7-point spread. With that being said and stated, I mean, yeah, the Battle of Red, Washington, Kansas City, that'd just be so lit. Mahomes, Heineke, I would love it. I would love it.
And I would hate it.
Oh, I know that you would hate it, but we would have so much fun.
I will say this:
that'll be the greatest dream of life.
To me, if the Dolphins were to get into the Super Bowl, which I'm not ruling out.
Oh, I'm definitely not ruling it out.
To me, there's only one answer to that question on who on the other side for a dream matchup for me, and that is Shanahan versus the protege, because I want to see the protege beat Shanahan in the Super Bowl.
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
Hey, and we got a preview this weekend. But all I'm saying is,
and it'd be the most Shanahan shit too. to like make it there and then lose. It's like, bro, you're kind of
You
known
never
for
know.
this.
I mean, could he lose 28-3? I mean, the 28-3 lead.
I was
I mean, he
trying
was the OC.
not.
I mean,
I
he
like
was
literally
the
like just like
OC.
threw that right there. Like,
He
yeah.
was the OC.
Aaron Rodgers would rather get high and ride Megatron instead of winning, sadly. Holy shit. Miami, Washington Super Bowl, man. Don't want to see this. It's even having a mid-off. No, that's what I think. I feel like, bro, how could you not enjoy Washington making it to the dance after all the shit they've been through? The owner swindled the fans.
Because he's still the owner.
That's like honestly, it's two things. Like one, like I don't want Dan Snyder to get a ring on the way out, and then also two, like the Chiefs would destroy the Commanders. So
Get
I mean,
Taylor fucking Heineke. Taylor Heineke. Say that out loud.
Bro, it's Heineke, bro. Listen. He's him. He's him. Like, how can you deny that? Like, you can't. Like, you can't. That image is iconic.
I'm objective with football.
Listen, we said dream matchup, bro. I'm having fun with this one.
I'm joking with you. Joking with you.
Let's not start this Washington narrative as deserving because of self-inflicted adversity.
He's not wrong. Like, I'm just saying,
like. Look, the fans need it. Like it'd be dope. And I want to see Cowboys fans fucking just cry. Like, you just, oh God, get your heart out.
I mean, that part would be fun. I would kind of enjoy that.
Oh, there's nothing more satisfying in the whole entire universe than watching a Dallas fan cry. Like, if you've never watched a Dallas fan cry, I really like. It's very therapeutic.
Could you imagine this though? If they made it to the Super Bowl this year, right, with all the shit that Jerry Jones is getting for the picture now, that would be amplified so hard come the Super Bowl that it would become such a distraction that you could see them just losing like in the Super Bowl and that just being like the worst.
Bro, if Dallas made it and then lost, I'm shocked none of y'all went there. If Dallas made it and lost,
and then you have the whole 2 weeks of grilling of Jerry Jones in between because it's the media week, so it's just going to be nothing but eyes on him, and they're going to.
Bro, I will collect fucking Dallas tears as they fall from their fans' face.
That's like the ultimate.
It's like, why are you collecting my tears? It's going to make me youthful. Your pain keeps me young. Eyes. I don't care that Wentz has a better PF. Look, stats can be used to sway and create any narrative, bruh.
I'll remember that.
You can use a stat for anything. Let's get into our fantasy football flex play must start. Who are your must flexes?
Taco.
And why? Give us two.
Well,
before anyone can say Garrett Wilson.
Jesus Christ. Well, go ahead. And why?
Is he really a flex when he's ranked 17th for wide receivers? Is that really a flex?
I mean, because of the amount of people that fucking dropped him when he had that little quiet streak. I mean, yeah.
Okay,
go ahead, Taco. I'm sorry.
All right, so I'm gonna re-roll with my boy from last week. He's only 51% roster at this current moment in time. We're mentioning how Trevor Lawrence has been emerging. Detroit isn't the best team, so I'm going with Zay Jones. Give me some Zay Jones action, especially
you and Marcus this week. You and MG this week. Like even MG is like yeah, like Zay Jones. I'm like, all right, you guys, like, all right. So I'll get all right, fine, Taco. You got a second? Do you want to give your second one, or do you want everyone to give their one?
Yeah. No, I need a little time to get the second one.
Okay, Herms.
I think a really fun idea, if you absolutely need the help, would be Zonovan Knight of the New York Jets. Look, now the dangerous thing about it is, I talked about this on a show earlier today about how sometimes when running backs leave games early, the person that then picks up the workload is not necessarily the next in line. You know what I mean? Like, I remember, like, it was a couple years ago, it was like a Falcons game or whatever, and like whoever the fuck the starter was at the time left really early, and then Kadri Olison ended up getting a lot of the carries.
Yeah,
we all got carried away, being like, Kadri Olison on the waiver, and then
I was not a part of that trade. I did not.
But like, you know, and like I understand like instincts will, you know, kind of lead you in that direction, but like it's not necessarily always the dude that comes in for cleanup duty as the janitor. But like the Jets made James Robinson inactive. We still don't really know why they did that this past weekend. So it's just like, I don't know, maybe he's just like hurt, maybe he just don't give a fuck. I don't know. But like in a world where I don't know, who knows? But like in a world where the opportunity does present itself, and you know, it's just like Zonovan Knight and you know Ty Johnson and shit like that. It's like, look, like when I was looking at the rookies for this draft class, like I kind of thought Zonovan Knight would end up being somewhere between maybe like 4th or 6th round pick or something like that. You know, like the 4th was like aggressive, you know, like the upside of his whole thing. But I didn't think he would go undrafted, you know. I mean, like, he never did anything super remarkable in college, per se, but he was, like, aggressively consistent the entire time he was there. He's usually pretty good at finding the holes and being a very compact runner, which are the things that you're going to look for, especially in the type of scheme that the Jets are running out there and shit. So, like, also with, like, how much Mike White loves to check down to the running backs. That was one of the really great things about Michael Carter last year during that stretch that he was super effective before he had that high ankle sprain that kind of ruined his rookie year. Like, it was just dump off. And, like, even if there is a mix in and a smattering of somebody else picking up the workload, I do think Zonovan Knight would still have enough responsibility in the receiving game to pick up a lot of that work. So, like, if you're out here in these flex streets looking for somebody to do some shit, I really think that you could definitely look at Zonovan Knight as somebody that would be pretty good for you.
All right.
Okay.
So, we got Zonovan Knight. We got, who's yours, Robbie?
I already said Wilson. I already said my first
Garrett,
one.
Right? Garrett, right?
Yeah. I didn't say my second yet. Yeah.
I know you haven't. Well, I'm going to tell you right now that mine is Elijah Moore.
Oh.
Okay.
Because I think that Elijah Moore is going to eat again without having Mr. I like MILFs at quarterback.
I was never the quarterback of the Jets.
I think Elijah Moore, there's my guy. And he is like in the mid-4. He's like not even a top 35 in Fantasy Pros rankings.
Crazy.
Okay. If you're like really, really, really in a deep like position where it's like, oh my gosh, like I need something to happen. A guy that I've been known to take a flyer on, motherfucker.
Yeah, I just saw it.
I liked him a lot coming out of school. Motherfucker, a lot of speed, good hands. You know, definitely could be a flex. If you're at a pinch, look for motherfucker gut.
Olamide Zaccheaus. He's the only one that's getting work in Atlanta. He's the only one. He's the only one getting work in Atlanta. It's like really deep leagues, you know, deep positions, you know, bare bones, like you're scraping, you know, the waiver wire. You know, Zaccheaus. I know I've been riding like I've been giving you guys pretty obvious ones lately, like, you know, the Rashad Whites and such. If you need a deep play, Zaccheaus. And Leafs already took Gus Edwards in the chat, so I couldn't fucking say that one. So there's that.
All right, you're up, Taco.
Who's your biggest bust this year based on what round they were drafted in? Taco already gave us his two.
Oh no, I got one.
We only
I
gave
got
one
more.
You started, so we all got one more now.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm gonna actually take running back from the Rams, Kyron Williams. Right now he's rostered in 53% leagues, up 17%. So might not available in a super competitive league, but in the more casual leagues, home leagues, if he's on your waiver wire, I think you want to play him this week versus Seattle, especially with the possibility that Akers is not even going to be there. So he's just going to eat all day, and you got the backup quarterback there, and he's a pass catcher. Like, this dude is like insulated. He's going to get the volume and he's going to get the passing work. So you're looking at a guy that you can just bank on some cheap points and, hopefully he gets a touchdown. You're looking at a fucking epic day out of a guy that you got off the waiver wire.
Yeah. Arms.
I think the Seahawks allow the second most receiving yards to running backs this season too. So it's really advantageous for what the skill set of Kyron Williams is. Also, the answer to this question, it's probably not the best answer, but I know as a Steelers fan, I was really disappointed about how Deontay Johnson has done nothing. So there were people that had him lower in rankings than I did, and even then that was still bad. So
is that worse than Najee though?
Najee's been fine. I mean, he hasn't been
Najee's been
great,
average.
but he's been.
I mean, you drafted him. They were drafting him at the second round,
but he's at least given you good weeks. Whereas Deontay Johnson has a trillion targets and literally 0 touchdowns of any kind. So it's at least Najee has sometimes helped you, whereas Deontay Johnson's done literally nothing for you.
For me, it's definitely it's got to be Darren Waller.
Oh,
that hamstring, bro.
Robinson. Fuck that guy.
I'm going two tight ends. I'm going 2 tight ends. I'm going either Waller or Kyle.
Oh god.
Fuck, dude. Kyle, but that one has been disappointing.
Also, he has talent. I don't get it.
Dude,
not if you watch the show. We told you. We told you. But we told you if you watch the show, we told you that was going to happen.
Yes.
Anyways,
so yeah, fantasy. Your second fantasy must flex. Yeah.
Yeah. So it counts because for some reason in the Fantasy Pros ECR, this dude's at half PPR wide receiver 28, which doesn't make any sense because whenever one of Mike Williams or Keenan Allen or both are out, Josh Palmer's super fucking good. So guess what? Mike Williams is probably not going to play again, which means Josh Palmer is probably going to be good again. So it's I don't even have information about what the Raiders defense is allowing to receive because I don't care. It's I don't really even give a shit about the matchup when it comes to that stuff, just because it's well established. If one of those other 2 guys in front of him aren't there, a huge amount of the target share is going to Josh Palmer. So I don't know. I mean, I guess his ranking's probably a little low at this point just because nothing's been official in terms of ruling out Mike Williams, or at least that I can recall or anything. So it's he's ranked in flex territory. So fuck it. He counts.
Counts. Exactly. Yeah, no, I love that call. And then Mike, your last one.
All right. So what's the one position that starts to perform better when it's cold outside? Running back.
Yeah.
The number 29th running back in Fantasy Pros rankings this week is going against the defense that is 24th in the last 5 weeks against running backs. This running back hasn't done great yet this year, but last week he finished at RB13. Give me A.J. freaking Dillon against the Bears.
Okay.
Because you also have Rodgers, who has a effed up thumb and an effed up hand and an effed up ego. So they're going to need to hand the ball off to A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones. And I think they'll use Aaron Jones more in the passing game, but also in the backfield. But A.J. Dillon will get his share.
Okay. Okay.
Strong vibes.
All righty. So now on to one of my favorite things to talk about. Best bets for the weekend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I see everybody starting to look around. I'll give you guys time. Herms, do you have one? You got one? Are you looking up?
Yeah, I'm a look one up. I mean, fair warning. When it comes to me doing shit like this, I mostly just stick to props that I feel good about. So I'm just
that's you're allowed to you throw out props and stuff like that. Yeah.
That's way more my bag than anything else.
I already have mine.
All right, I have one. I'll give my first one now. While everyone's waiting or figuring theirs out. Mine's a college one.
We gotta we got an under on the Jags Lions game, says George.
All right, so I'm giving a college one from tomorrow. I'm probably gonna get ridiculed from somebody that is no longer on the show tonight. Michigan is going to win the Big Ten championship game, but they will not cover the 17-point spread. Purdue hangs in there in these big games.
Okay. I like that. That's pressure. Pressure.
They have beaten the last 3 times they've played a top 3 team in the country. They've won 2 of them, and they were both in the playoffs or in the championship.
Okay. It's called soccer. Giving Netherlands a beating tomorrow. Christian Pulisic is him. Okay, you take a USA over.
Let's go, motherfuckers.
Over Netherlands.
Yeah,
all righty. Okay. Herms.
I thought I had one, but they put that line in a really clever location, so I still do not have anything.
Hey, take your time. Taco, do you
like USA plus 350 in this matchup? Because
actually,
yeah, baby.
Yeah, also, I mean,
I'm taking that for at least 10.
Yeah. And I don't know nearly as much about soccer as my siblings do or whatever, but just from talking to them about it and also reading up on some certain shit. I mean, the Netherlands is talented, but so far in the tournament they have not exactly played up to their, And the other thing about the US that's really interesting is the fact that they've really change things up tactically, across the the entire situation. So, because I mean, to open,
we look great on defense, man.
Exactly, and
did you know they're the only team out of this 16?
It's at 51, George. It's at 51. Yeah,
they're the only team in the World Cup to not give up a goal in the group stage.
Bro, their defense is legit. We look athletic as fuck. We're just athleting out some guys on some of these defensive plays. Offensively, though, it's been a struggle.
It's a struggle, but I think one of the things that they really figured out against England that they didn't really figure out against Wales is really being able to funnel the opportunity down the sides rather than trying to keep way too much shit going on up the middle. Because that's not their game.
They made a change at midfield, right? For that game. They took out the other guy and they put a new guy in that's a better passer.
If USA is able to put one in the back of the net, even if it's just one, you stand a fighting chance. Like America stands a fighting chance of closing that one out.
That's plus
Robbie. I don't mean to interrupt anything, but it looks like Williams might be out of the game. The backup's warming up.
Fuck.
If that happens, there's no way USC wins this game and goes to
hell no.
God damn. Oh shit, I found a prop.
Yep, I just took that.
What is it?
Okay, so shout out Thrive Fantasy. Use promo code Herms. They got the line for Miles Sanders total yards against the Titans at 69.5. Based on how difficult that front is and the fact that the Titans are a little more generous to receiving backs, but that is not Miles Sanders' bag. It's just not. The only way he's really going to be effective in that game is if they try to find a way to manufacture him touches there. And I just really don't see that as a realistic possibility. So, under 69.5 total yards for him wouldn't shock me. I mean, if they get in close and he finds a way to, punch it into the end zone or whatever, whatever, maybe. But, I was already fading Miles Sanders.
That blows, George.
Purposes, but, he's... Oh, damn.
I have no choice but to start Miles Sanders this week.
I feel so bad.
But
no.
But I like that. I like that call. George, that really fucking blows.
I have no hope except I have to start Kenneth Gainwell. You're in a better position than I am.
Although, I mean,
No,
for
never
real,
let him
for
go.
real, if they're gonna like scheme up somebody to do some damage out of the backfield from the receiving game, I would rather put my trust in Kenneth Gainwell if I have to trust anybody on that shit. The problem is they just have not really been doing that shit. Like they never especially once they went super run heavy last year and for like a good part of this year too. Like that's just not something they really have a tendency to do, despite the fact that like they weirdly kind of have the personnel to do it. Because like Boston Scott's not that bad at it either. It's not the motivation of the offense, which is fine. They can do whatever the fuck they want. They've only lost one game. Who am I to criticize? But like
George said, I hope Miles Sanders hits that under. I need AJ Brown to get hella targets.
Honestly, dude, that's
he can get hella targets and still hit that. He can still, yeah. Like this dude sharp. I do not. That's fucked up, man. Okay, it's not fucked up because like it's fucked up because he's a pimp. That's hilarious.
Well, I'm not
what? No, say it.
No, the pimping story. When I hear you say pimp, all I think of is what's up, big pimping.
Oh Lord, yes.
And how I almost got my ass kicked because he did a 360 and saw me, J-Bats, and a bunch of white people before he got back to you. If he would have done the other way around, if he would have done the opposite turn, he would have found you first.
Look, I'm sorry for putting you in a position that scared the shit out of you, honestly, because I saw your bones tighten up. You're like, oh fuck.
Herms would agree that a full-on white boy like me in the middle of Canton in front of a hotel that I do not belong in that city, and all of a sudden Robbie says big pimping to a guy and he turns around and the first person he sees is my ass? Yeah, it's not the best situation.
Hey, MJ, I saw that. That wasn't a fight. That was just bad. Like, Kelpie should have never said that. Like, he should have never said that. And I am definitely not suspect's doppelganger. Like, that's damn. Like, I don't want to be compared to him. Like, come on. I was better off. You were better off with the first one. Like I would have took it sharp at least. Damn. Taco, what you got?
All right, so I got a 4-pick parlay. I'm taking the Giants money line with the Saquon Barkley touchdown, Saquon rushing for over 64.5 yards, and Brian Robinson rushing for over 60 yards, which comes out to plus 700. I'm putting 5 on that. 5 wins 40. So,
what that come out to? I'm sorry.
5 wins 40.
You had me
5
until
wins
you
40.
said
Okay, nice.
Saquon Barkley hitting that. Like, that Commander's defense is tough to run on, bro.
He's gonna get. I mean, it's a receiving or rushing.
Total. Okay, all right. Yeah. Never mind. You're good.
Yep. That's why I was like,
that makes way more sense.
Yeah, they're gonna have to give him the ball somehow to score. Like, it's gonna be like a little screen pass maybe or something. Any way he can get in there, I think he will though. Like, the Giants
I'll fuck with that. I'll fuck with that.
George, you're looking at minus 2,500 for Tyson Fury tomorrow, bro. Easy W. Easy W for Fury. There's no point even playing that match. Unfortunately, maybe you'd have to parlay it with some other shit. After you'd have to parlay with a couple college games, in order for that to even become profitable in any fucking way. I'm going to actually give you guys 2. I am, and it's actually, I'm going to give you guys 2 dogs. The first one was a rapper and a fantasy expert. Oh, Lord. The first one, I am going to take the Bengals at plus 120 over the Chiefs. Just even with Jamar possibly not being there, I just think that you got to give him a shot.
Do I hit the button, Herms?
Huh?
Yeah.
Fuck you, don't do it.
What happened? I wasn't paying attention to shit. Oh, fuck. My bad. Yeah.
You got jokes. Move your ass over, bro. There you go.
Don't worry, I got it. You got it. I was doing it and you were doing it. There you go.
We're all doing it.
Sub 1% chance, but one lucky motherfucker that bets on Chisora is gonna take home a bag if the upset happens. Oh yeah, for sure. Like if someone pulls that off, like yeah, they're definitely. Cheers if Pat Mahomes has a better game than Burrow.
I guarantee you he will have a better game than Joe Burrows, for sure.
I'm sorry. I just have to rock with the underdog here in this scenario.
You're wilding.
I look at plus 120. It's just so sweet. Like, it's crazy to not take that. Like, it's really, really crazy to not take that.
Pat Mahomes is balling. People ain't acting like it.
I know that Mahomes is balling. I know Mahomes is him.
If he's him, how's him losing?
Because Joe Burrow is Big Joe Burr.
They both can't be him.
Big Joe Burr. That's why.
Neither of them can be him when Tyler Heineke is him. Okay, so let's be real here. Right?
What's your second one, Robbie?
37
and then I have one after you.
And then for my second one, you gotta take at a plus 160 Miami. I know that is San Fran. I know that it's the 49ers.
I did it in my work league.
But Jalen Waddle. Okay? Tyreek, faster than the fucking Cheetah Hill. You gotta put some money at a plus 160 odds on Miami. You're not gonna get that type of underdog again.
All right.
You said no, Robbie, not Miami.
I got two quick ones. But what is the stat? What is the betting stat that we haven't used much this year? But we learned it. I learned it. I know. I think you already knew it, but I learned it last year from Emmerich. After week 11, divisional game, mostly go under. Give me the under 45 in the Bears Green Bay game. And I know this is a low scoring. I know this is a low over under, but there's some. I mean, it's only a few points under the other one. But the Rams have a guy named Bryce Perkins playing quarterback again.
Nope, it's Wolford.
Even worse, Wolford. I'd rather have Perkins because Perkins at least has legs.
Yeah.
Seahawks can control the ball with Ken Walker. Under is 41. Give me the under.
Yeah, especially. I mean, it also it's up in the air that Stafford's even going to possibly play again this season. From what I'm hearing,
he shouldn't.
So yeah, like you stick a fork in the Rams. Honestly,
they have less chance of making the playoffs than the Browns do.
There is no Mooney. Mooney's out for the rest of the
Mooney's
season.
out.
And they don't even have their own pick. How amazing is that? They finally have the shitty season, and guess what?
No, there's three teams that are in the top. No, there's 3 teams that are in the top 10 that don't own their own pick.
Yep. The payment is due. Like the Broncos really got it bad.
The NFL the NFL probably wouldn't flex the Cowboys game. George Kittle hasn't done that in ages.
It would be cool though.
It'd be dope, but that's probably not going to happen. Xavier or Knight or Williams.
Dealer's choice. I mean, I don't.
I would probably go Williams. Just because Seattle will let you score on them. Seattle games usually have a tendency to get out of hand.
The only reason I'm going Kyron Williams over Zonovan Knight is I think we know that they will at least use Kyron Williams.
MJ, he said the under. He didn't say that the Packers would lose. He said the under.
Yeah, the under. Yeah, I didn't say that.
Yeah, he didn't say that the Packers would lose.
In my work pool, I picked the Packers.
Yeah, obviously you take Aaron Rodgers against the Bears. What do you think happens to the Ravens? How far do they make it in the playoffs? They're gonna one and done it. They will be one and done.
That's what happens to the Ravens. Fuck them.
It is a one and done.
I think they make the playoffs. I think they don't even win.
Go Steelers.
They don't have the receivers.
What do you have against Demarcus Robinson, wide receiver 1? I mean, come on now.
Hey, I'd rather have their wide receiver 1 than the Giants wide receiver 1.
Let's go.
That's
All right,
true.
No, you don't. You don't stay away from that game, MJ. Lamar will win that.
Healthy, actually.
Yeah, Lamar will win that. Holy shit! Well, that's definitely targeting. Oh my gosh, his helmet is off. Whoa!
I'm like a little ahead of you. It's being,
I have no idea what's happening.
It's being Utah is beating USC by 7 right now.
Oh fuck,
bro, that man got lit. Oh my gosh!
And Caleb Williams had a good first half. He is playing, but he's not having a good second half.
Is that a bowl game?
bro? I didn't.
It's a Pac-12 championship.
I didn't choose where my parents are from.
Okay.
Let alone where I'm from.
Yeah.
Like they fucked somewhere besides the Pittsburgh area, and I came out. It's not my fault.
MJ, I wouldn't. That's not foolish. That's not foolish at all. That's not foolish. Seahawks 1 and done 2 as a wild card.
They're honestly not that bad. Let's be real. Like they're not
Gino's,
that bad. Like
Gino's
I'm not
really
saying
good.
they have a legitimate chance of winning anything, but they're also not that bad. Like
I think they could pull an upset.
yeah, like
And
you know,
especially on the thing with them is it's about, to me, they got to get ahead and then get in their, as long as if they can
Once
get
they're
in
ahead
their
and in a
game
rhythm,
script, if they can get in their game script, watch out.
Do you guys think that the Dolphins can actually beat the Bills in the playoffs? Like, do you actually believe?
Where's the game at? Where's the game at? Right now, it would be. Right now,
In
it
Buffalo.
could be. If it's in Buffalo, I have a harder chance. But if they were to beat Buffalo one more time, the game's probably in Miami.
yeah, I think.
Okay, who wins that next game then? Buffalo or
I think
Miami?
Buffalo wins it. I'm just saying if they
Yeah.
were. I think Buffalo.
That's
I think
what
they
I'm saying.
split. I think they split.
I could see Gino crumbling under playoff pressure. Dude makes some shitty reads under pressure. Yeah, but
don't we all?
they find a way to win. Like that team finds a way to win. Like they're just like, oh god, like yeah. Bro, DM it to me. Just DM me on Twitter. Just DM me on Twitter, man. Just send it to me on Twitter. Mike McDaniels. What the? Wow. Okay. Get. Hey.
It's not bad logic. Okay, it's not. Sometimes the sex appeal goes a long way.
You know, shit happens. Mike, let's get ready to wrap. So that I'm about to Grubhub me some ribs.
Some ribs.
I'm hungry.
Oh, ribs.
Ribs.
Rib.
You ribs.
Rip.
Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you check out all of our sponsors. Links are in the description. Anything that anyone has wants to shout out, like as we're starting
Warrior
off. Anything?
fucking None on Netflix. I'm gonna keep bringing the fucking bell because that show is amazing. I just started watching it and I said, "Fuck sleep." I am gonna watch this fucking show because I need to know what happens next.
I'm probably gonna start it then. Like my homie wants to go and hit the bar, but I'm probably gonna start it. Warrior Nun. He keeps bringing it up.
I've never heard of it.
It's on Netflix. Season 2 fucking is breaking records. I feel like I'm part of the messaging of the show, so I make sure there's a third season because I need more. I need more. Like, fucking give me
Derek
that.
Carr, Josh Jacobs, or Derek Carr, Nick Chubb, Josh Jacobs, Devontae Adams. You have a hell of a lot of fucking Vegas, don't you? Lazard, Watson, Hooper. I don't like that lineup. Hooper's a sneaky good tight end. I don't like that lineup.
I just picked up Tennessee defense for week 16.
He's a weird Rivers at 11 team is crazy. Yeah, it's 8 here. It's 8 here.
See?
6. I don't make the rules. I don't have hey, we've all been with a toxic ex. All right, so Warrior Nun. All right, so check out Warrior Nun. I'm probably gonna tell my bro, like, yeah, I'm not going out tonight, bro. I know you want to go and be ratchet, but I'm thinking I'm gonna watch Warrior Nun and order me some ribs. Herms, you had anything?
I will not be eating ribs. Not at this hour. I do have leftover pizza. I am considering watching this documentary series on Netflix about this dude that I don't know, like there were like Pepsi commercials in like the 80s and 90s.
Oh yeah,
like the
yeah.
jet giveaway. Like I haven't started it yet, but
I heard that shit is crazy.
That shit is like trending hardcore for like every time I go on Netflix, I see that shit. Like,
Yeah, so I think that's for me. I think it's going to be leftover pizza and that weird Jet Pepsi bullshit. But you know,
Yeah, I think I'm gonna binge Netflix tonight. Like yeah, after this game, like yeah. All right.
I've been catching up on a lot of the Netflix specials, like stand-up specials and shit. Just
I've
because.
heard a lot about that.
Also, just want to quickly shout out. You know, I've been watching a little bit more John Mulaney lately because next Saturday I got tickets to go see that motherfucker in Baltimore. So that's gonna be a great time.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it,
bro. Love that man to death. So yeah, that's on Twitter at Herms NFL.
Mike, you got anything?
All I want to say is, you know where to find me. However, I want to let everyone else know, you already know, Robbie. I won't be able to be here for the next 2 Fridays, so I will miss everyone, but I will be back in full force after that.
This is true. This is true.
Brother.
Wow. Fuck. God damn it. I could never say his name. His stuff is pretty good. And Schultz's new one on YouTube is actually pretty good. It's different. But it's comedy. Like you're expecting this in this Andrew Schultz, like, you know, yeah.
I just watched Fortune Feimsters. Hers was pretty good too.
Word. Okay, I'm gonna have to. Okay.
Hers was pretty
funny. Only thing that I can say is like you're take tonight and like I'm like yeah, like go do ratchet shit. Like no, like take tonight, probably like relax, crack open a few more cold ones, catch up on your favorite shows, eat some dank ass food, smoke some good shit,
some
rams. Like
a grilled cheese.
I haven't seen the new Black Panther, and I need to. I need to, bro. Make sure you subscribe, bro. Make sure you subscribe. I'm sorry that you're catching the end of the show. Other than that, yeah, like take a self-care night, everyone. Like fucking enjoy yourself. Treat yourself. Cheers to me. Cheers to you, all the Rumboyz and girls. What a dude. Dilly dilly. We out.
Peace out.